The Leopard 2 is a main battle tank developed by Krauss-Maffei in the 1970s for the German military. The first tank entered its military service in 1979 and replaced its predecessor the Leopard 1 as the main tank of the West German Army. Several versions have served in the German Army and 12 other European countries, as well as several other European countries. The Leopard 2 has been used in the Kosovo conflict by German forces, the Afghanistan conflict by Danish and Canadian forces, and the civil war in Syria by Turkish forces. A well-known variant in the Leopard 2 tank is the Leopard 2A4, which has a square and vertical turret. Then there is also a development variant of 2A4 series, namely the Leopard 2A5, which has a turret equipped with a sharp steel shield. Each variant has a fire control system digital assisted by laser guidance, powerful cannon and coaxial machine gun. The system also includes night vision aids and tools other vision aids. The initial variant used a low light level television system, then in the next variant it was replaced by a thermal camera system. This tank has the ability to shoot moving targets even though the tank is in tough terrain. The development of the Leopard 2 tank began after the Leopard 1 entered service in the 1960s. However, when compared to firepower and protection with the Soviet Union's newest tank at that time, the T-62. At that time, Rheinmetall had developed a 120 mm cannon for internal development of a successor to the Leopard 2 country, but the German government chose to cooperate with the United States in the MBT-70 program. While the development is already underway, there are differences in design and the high cost of developing the project, and being caught up with the development of the Soviet Union's T-72, which has greater protection and firepower than the T-62. After the joint project ended, West Germany further developed the tank from the Vergoldeter Leopard, Tiger Gold base to the Kieler Wildpig. Krauss-Maffei appointed as the main contractor, and there are also other companies appointed for the development of certain parts, namely Porsche for chassis development and Wegmann for turret development. The development of the Leopard 2 tank uses a steel similar to Chobham armor, although it does not share the same technology as the UK and US. When the MBT-70 program broke, on orders from the Bundesamt für Wehrtechnik und Beschaffung, BWB, or the German Armed Forces Defense Equipment Procurement Technology Office, all development data from the broken project was merged into the Kieler project that would become the Leopard 2. The dissolution of the MBT-70 project left a 830 German marks loss million and made BWB officials not dare to continue the Leopard 2 project. After the Stagnag situation stopped for a short time, in 1970 the Minister West German Defense at the time Helmut Schimp asked to continue the KPZ-2 Kieler project and rename the program the Leopard 2. The Netherlands is a country that uses Leopard 2 outside of Germany. After seeing the results of the Leopard 2 trials in the United States, the Netherlands decided to buy 445 of these tanks units in May 1979. After the Cold War ended, there was a change in geopolitical conditions in Europe which made the Netherlands feel that it had most of the tanks and sell it to friendly countries. The Netherlands decided to retire the Leopard 2 tanks in 2011 due to major budget cuts. Since the Crimean crisis occurred, NATO members have been anticipating an attack from Russia. With this condition, the Netherlands began to revive its Leopard 2 tank fleet using shared tanks in a Dutch-German binational unit and on order the Leopard 2A7. Sweden purchased a Leopard 2 tank to replace the STRV-103 tank. After conducting a comparative evaluation of the Leopard 2, M1A2, Leclerc, and T80UB tanks. In evaluation, the Leopard 2 tank fulfills 90%, and this is the highest score. Sweden named its Leopard 2 tank the STRV-122. The purchase of Leopard 2 started in 1999, and at that time 1,000 were ordered, but were rejected. In 2005, Turkey held a tank competition between the T-84 Yatagan, Leclerc, and the German MTU-powered M1A1. In this competition, 298 Leopard 2 were selected and ordered. This tank was also given an upgrade in the program Next Generation and carried out by the Turkish company itself, Aselsan. Turkish Leopard 2A4 tanks are involved in the Syrian civil war. And on the war al-Bab, it was recorded that 10 unmodified Leopard 2A4 tanks were destroyed by ISIS anti-tank missile attacks. Denmark bought the Leopard 2 from the German Leopard 2A4 stock and bought 51 of them and modified them to the A5 standard and 6 of them for cannibalization spare parts. Denmark is a country other than Canada that sent the Leopard 2 to be assigned to Afghanistan. Singapore is the first user of the Leopard 2 in Southeast Asia. Leopard 2 tanks purchased in 2008 for 96 A4 variants and 30 for cannibalization spare part. In the next batch 36 pieces were sent again to Singapore. The Leopard 2 tank was developed around the evolution concept, and the Leopard 2 SG has developed. It first appeared to the public at the Singapore Independence Day Parade in 2010. Indonesia began announcing the purchase of 100 Leopard 2A6 tanks in 2011. Initially the tanks were to be purchased from Dutch troop stocks, but due to Parliament's rejection Netherlands with reasons of concern in the use of human rights violations. Apart from abroad, the Leopard 2 tank was initially also opposed at home because of the tank's posture which are not in accordance with geographical conditions and infrastructure that is considered inadequate. Due to the cancellation by the Dutch Parliament, Indonesia began to approach Germany, which is the manufacturer of the Leopard 2 tank itself. Germany agrees to sell tanks Leopard 2 as many as 103 units, 63 of which were developed with the Revolution module. In the purchase package for the Leopard 2, Indonesia also received 50 used Marder 1A3 IFVs Bundeswehr, 4 Bofel ARV, 3 Leopard 2 Leguan, and 3 Kodiak AEV. In 2013 Indonesia received 2 Leopard 2 and 2 Marder IFV and appeared to the public when TNI's 68th anniversary ceremony in 2013. In 2016, the Leopard 2 Revolution tank arrived in Indonesia. This tank took part in the TNI AD training in Natuna in 2016. During the conflict in the former Yugoslavia, the Leopard 2 tank was commissioned by Germany and the Netherlands under the auspices of KFOR, and EVOR, SFOR. Army Leopard 2A5 tank. The Germans were deployed as fire support, cover for logistics convoys and headquarters and as a deterrent against Serb militia in Kosovo. Leopard 2 tanks had participated involved in armed contact in Kosovo which began with attack 2 Serb militias who attacked the KFOR guard post guarded by Leopard 2. The Afghanistan War was one of the battlefields where the Leopard 2 was assigned. Denmark and Canada are the user countries of the Leopard 2 that commissioned it to Afghanistan under ISAF. At first ISAF used artillery as its fire support, but the infrastructure was inadequate and coordination took a long time as well as fears of irregularities in the fall of artillery projectiles that could have evaded the Taliban and fallen on resident villages. The use of combat helicopters is very limited and this exacerbated the existence of ISAF troop fire support. With this, NATO proposed deploying tanks in Afghanistan to assist in cleaning tasks Taliban. Denmark is a Leopard 2 user country that sent its Leopard 2 tanks to Afghanistan. In order to facilitate entry into Afghanistan, Denmark and Canada used the plane as the carrier of the tank. Denmark sent 5 Leopard 2A5DK which have been fitted with special camouflage and air conditioning, and vehicles Taurus workshop. Danish Leopard 2 participated in Operation Sand Chara, Red Marshal, to assist British and Estonian troops on 7 December 2008. The operation is located in Nad-e Ali, Lashkar Gah Province, Afghanistan. Canada sent Leopard 2A6 Can tanks as well as participated in NATO ISAF operations while in Afghanistan. Turkey participated in the Syrian war in Operation Euphrates Shield. In this operation, the Leopard 2 suffered tremendous destruction due to attacks ISIS anti-tank missile. The battle for Al-Bab was Turkey's battle against ISIS which resulted in quite a large number of casualties. Leopard 2 did not escape from ISIS anti-tank slash. A total of 10 unmodified Turkish Leopard 2A4 tanks were destroyed in the Daesh anti-tank attack. Even though this battle resulting in heavy casualties for Turkey and the rebel forces it assisted, Turkey and the rebel forces succeeded in taking control of Al-Bab from the ISIS forces.